Hi, Stu Bryan here at Mr. Stewart's Regional Hog and Fight Training Center, and today we've got another installment of Crazy Eights. We're going to be using a really cool piece of equipment that's become more popular over these last few years, kettlebell. Wait till you see what we got for you. Okay, first one on our hit list today is going to be the hip thrust or the hip swing, a couple names for it. I start in a triangular position. I want the bell in front of me between my legs. When I squat down, I put my hands on the top of the bell. When I stand up, obviously the bell's going to start to swing. When it starts to swing, I kick it back out or thrust it back out using hip motion, just like that. When my hands come up, I don't need them going further than my shoulders. So they're coming up this high. I'm using hip motion to thrust the weight up. I'm not using a pulling motion to pull the weight up. And that's hip thrust. Okay, squat, high pull. This is two exercises we're putting into one. The squat, it's a squat, except we're starting with the kettlebell between your feet. So get your position. When you squat down, your hand should be directly on top of the bell. That's how you know when you're in the right spot. From here, I just stood up. That's my squat, or the positive part of my squat. Then I'm going to high pull. A high pull is using both arms to pull up. You don't need to go past your chin. Then back down. That's the negative part of your squats. Now you put it all together. Squat, high pull. 2 in 1. Clean and lunge is up on the hit list next. We're going to work first on the clean. We're going to set up the bell between your legs, but not so far away. Okay, it's a little bit closer, but it's not directly under your leg. You're going to pivot your body slightly so your hand and your shoulder is over the bell. You grab the handle, and when I step up, that propels the weight up. As the weight comes up, I'm going to keep that motion going by pulling the weight up. Just kind of like starting a lawnmower, right? Something like that. And I catch the weight here. The first challenge for people that are new to kettlebells is working on this so two things don't happen. One, it doesn't land on your arm, you just bang your arm all up. And two, you don't bang yourself in the head or in the shoulder. You'll get better at it, just keep with it, right? And work with lightweight. There's no reason to use heavy weights. I'm not using the heavy weight today either, so just keep it light. Here, make sure you're nestled in the arm. It doesn't take any weight. There's no muscle here just to hold it. It's really, really simple. But if it's here, it doesn't feel good, that doesn't feel good, this feels horrible. So if it feels like, I feel it, but it's not really hard, you're doing it great. You're using your body to help you. Your thumb should be underneath your jaw, just like this, or right on the side of your jaw. Okay, that's a good position. And from here, once I have it in this position, this side is going to step forward and do a lunge. Simple lunge and then back. So all we're doing is combining a lunge with a clean. That's it. All right, next one. We're going to be working what's called as a snatch. I'm going to start in the same basic position, just a small triangle, rotating slightly to get my hand and my shoulder directly over the bell. As I stand up, I'm going to use my legs to propel the weight and myself up. And instead of catching it here in a cleaning position, I'm actually going to be snatching the weight straight up overhead. And then we're going to talk about stacking. But here's what it looks like to do a snatch. You start from here, right up. Now when I'm stacking, and when you're stacking, I want to make sure that the weight is stacked up over my joints. In other words, I need joint alignment here. What I don't want is having my arms sticking out to the side or going way back and ripping my shoulder out of the joint. We want to make sure that our body is stacked up. So when I'm in this position, I'm not using muscle, I'm using body alignment, which is a great thing to work on. So I've got weight, wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip, knee, foot, all in a straight line. Not out here. Now I'm using just the shoulder muscles to keep the weight up. That's not as good, okay? So don't be doing this one like you're a big, strong, tough guy. You want to just hold the weight up like the Atlas holding the world. Actually, you want joint alignment here. That's the perfect position. Now we're going to work on a push-up renegade row. Push-up's a push-up, no big deal. The kettlebell's a little high, so it's going to feel awkward, but that's okay for body, mechanics and confusing muscles and all that cool stuff. But the row part is important because you want to maintain your body frame. You want to keep good form. You don't want to be going all over the place. You do a nice push-up, and then keep your body straight and pull. Push-up, pull, just like that. Okay, this is going to be a straight 8 Crazy 8 set using the kettlebell with the exercises I just outlined. Now, some of these are obviously left to right exercises. You can break it up and do 4 and 4 and call that 8. That's totally cool. It depends on what you're working towards, what your goal is with the program, you know, what you're doing the rest of that day. You work it out any way you like. You can even do less than it. You can do a crazy 6, but it just doesn't sound as cool. Today I'm going to be working a straight 8 of everything. So I'm going to go on the exercises like the lunge. I'm going to do 8 with the right leg and 8 with the left leg instead of 4 and 4. So if you're counting at home and I mess up, well, send me an email, I'll buy you lunch. So we're starting off. Hip thrust, squat high pull, clean and lunge, snatch, push up with a renegade row. Let's see how it goes. Between the lunge and the snatch, I bobbled. I went kind of like this and I worked my way in. The reason was simple. One, I was thinking that I didn't talk about how to combine exercises and whether it's okay to stop, then restart, or transition right into the next exercise without stopping. Both ways is cool. So, well, I was thinking, I can't do 2 things at once. I was thinking, did I talk about that? No, I didn't. I was already halfway through. So, okay, fake it till you make it. Right into the next one. So, to answer your question that I had for myself, if you mess up, keep going. Everything's cool. Here's bonus technique of the day. This is something I do just to challenge myself. I try to get all 8 in. Sometimes I get 4, sometimes I get 6. I'll get them all in, but I want to get them in without messing up. That's your goal. That's my goal too. So this is what it is. It's a push-up on a reverse bell. So I'm going to take the bell, flip it over, and obviously I'm going to balance and then do push-up. It's a good day, I got 10. Enjoy.